Hey guys, this is Kirioth and this is SMITE, and today we're going to take a look at Ymir, the father of the Frost Giants. Ymir is a melee tank god with a high amount of health and a lot of crowd control. His frost based attacks are split between outright damage and utility, and they give some great options for shutting down enemy gods or setting up ganks. We'll start with his passive. Now, his passive, Frostbite, provides a bit of extra damage from your melee attacks when you successfully land some of his abilities on the enemy. While the 50% extra damage on frostbitten targets is nice, I wouldn't recommend building Ymir for physical damage because you will be gimping yourself later on in the game. His first active ability is Ice Wall, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. This summons a huge wall of ice that obstructs the environment, allowing you to cut off escape routes for the enemy, or separate you and your team from the enemy gods if a fight isn't going your way. The only problem with this is that Ice Wall is a double-edged sword. Get it wrong and you might end up locking the enemy in with you when you've got low health, resulting in your death or your team's death. If you put an Ice Wall down that is bad, you won't half know about it. His second activated ability is Glacial Strike, which is a frontal AoE that deals magic damage to enemies on a line. It's an instant cast ability, but it doesn't deal damage instantly. It will slow them straight away as soon as you lay it down, and it slows them for 50% for 4 seconds, but the damage aspect doesn't seem to come in until a little bit after that. It can be quite easy to miss with it if you're not careful, because of that small delay on the damage. It deals a reasonable amount of damage, but it's best used in combination with Ymir's next ability, which is Frost Breath. Now, this freezes enemies in place for 2.5 seconds at its highest rank, and it starts out at 1.5 seconds. Now, SMITE is a fast-paced game, so being unable to do anything for that amount of time is devastating if you play it right. Enemy gods are completely unable to do anything for the duration, so if you combine this with Glacial Strike, you should get some guaranteed damage off. Frost Breath as well is very good for controlling the enemy team. If, for instance, you've got a Ra or another ranged damage dealer behind you firing away, and you see an assassin character from the other team coming towards them, Frost Breath can shut them down effectively, thus allowing your damage dealers to take them out before they get hit themselves. Finally, we've got Ymir's ace in the hole, which is Shards of Ice. Now, this is his ultimate ability, obtainable at level 5, and when this gets to max rank, well, you can see for yourself, 1200 damage plus 200% of your magical power to all enemies in its range. It's an AoE, it's got a huge range, and it's devastating. If you get that off at the right point in a team fight, you will absolutely destroy the enemy. The great thing is, as well, that because Ymir is a tank, he has a lot of health, so you can run in, provided you build him to take some damage. You're able to run into the enemy team, and you will be able to get Shards of Ice down if you time it properly, without being taken out before it can complete. Pull Shards of Ice off, your team will love you. However, if you miss with it completely, you've got to wait a minute and 10 seconds to get it back, so you want to make sure that when you put it down in the right place. So there you go, people, that was a quick beginner's guide to Ymir, the father of the Frost Giants in SMITE. Make sure you check out the links in the description, and I will see you for the next guide.